Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavone. Hello, everyone. Just adjusting this mic here.
That's all right.
I got to adjust my mic.
Yes.
All right. Should have done a sound check before, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but it sounds good. It didn't even sound bad before.
Okay, good. All right.
We're here at your place. I have to compliment you that you always are dressed like you're gonna go out in public, even though you're in home.
Well,
when
yeah.
I'm hanging around my home, I never should be seen.
Well, this is going out to the people. I mean,
That's
otherwise,
true. But you don't have to have pants on.
well, you only see me when you're over here. When you're not over here, I'm like wearing rags and garbage bags and pajamas I got as a gift in the '90s. Wearing like Garfield pajamas when you're not around.
Do you have pajamas with characters on them?
I only have one. The one that has like Family Guy characters.
Are they overly big too?
It's like a pattern. I don't know. The average size.
No, the size of the pants.
Oh no, actually they're pretty small.
Oh, they're tight on you.
They're tight. Yeah.
Wow.
Grown up.
Giggity giggity.
Giggity goo.
Nice. All right. Cool. Well, that's good. I just compliment you. You're wearing a belt. Like, you look good.
I mean, when we do the episodes of your house, what are you wearing? Like a sash and a toga? Wearing a bed sheet over your shoulders?
I guess I'm wearing nice stuff, but yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes I see a homeless. You ever see this homeless guy look where it's just a blanket around their shoulders?
Yes,
like it's a shawl.
Yeah,
I've seen this multiple times. Actually, the past couple weeks. I don't know if that's a style. Do they have their own fashion?
I don't know. Usually they're fashioning things together, not fashion.
Like three guys in a row with the blanket wrapped up like a tube and around them like a snake.
Oh, well, I bet you it's like, it may get hot. So right now it's snake, but when it gets cold, it's a cape.
Oh, yeah, it's true. And
Yeah.
also, when you don't really have a particular house, I guess it's good to have a
Yeah,
blanket.
they're always to go.
Yeah, right. So if they're like, I'm tired, they just lay down,
Yeah.
unfurl the blanket.
Yeah. Man, we're really making it sound simpler than it is.
Well, yeah, that's what this podcast is, everyone. Self-discovery.
But I have to dress. I have to get dressed pretty quickly during my day because I'm ground floor, street view.
There's a thing called curtains.
Yeah, but
I
I put them up immediately to get the sunlight, so I don't hate my life and want to die. I don't have a ring light the size of Jupiter to turn on and.
All right, fair enough. I know you're. I don't know if we talked about it before, but you're open to the world on that
I'm
first
open
floor.
to the world.
It's like an aquarium.
And I've learned a lot about you by being open to the world.
Because I look.
You look before you buzz.
Oh yeah, every time. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt something.
You're a looker before you buzz.
Yeah, that's a sound advice.
The last time you and I hung out the other day, I felt you before you
Staring through the window.
I felt you show up. I looked up as you showed up.
I told you that one time where I saw you and Caitlin sitting on the couch, so I was like, oh, I'll just wait for them to. I don't want to interrupt that moment. So
right.
Instead, I just looked.
Yeah.
I just looked at you guys cuddling on the couch.
They got another one down.
Yeah, she did it.
Oh, man. Well, how are you?
A lot to update, everybody. I got a couple stories about this weekend in Omaha. I got some texts. How was it? Mainly from my dad. And I said, said it was good. Good, Dad. Thanks.
Oh, man.
So a little bit of backstory. Maybe I talked about it on other episodes, but my first real job was as a food runner for the Richmond Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Where it was the most stressful job of my life. Got paid crap. Carry the food out. All the food came out at once. And I thought I came in there asking for a job, and they said yes, and I assumed it would be for a comedian. But
I get it.
You got to have experience doing that first.
It's not an entry-level position.
No, you can't really intern as a comedian.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was it. Ate other people's food was the internship.
Well, I've seen comedians still do that.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good skill to have in the biz. So, and I was thinking about this. I didn't even say it on the episode, but it's my first time featuring at a Funny Bone. I've hosted at them.
Oh.
Like multiple times, hit or miss. But it's the first time featuring. So we fly out there to Omaha. And, of course, I get the early flight. I'm like, I'll sleep on the plane. Don't sleep on the plane.
Right.
I'm like, I'll sleep in the hotel. Don't sleep in the hotel. So the first show, I'm exhausted, But there's all the staff there, and the food runner comes to give us our food. And I'm like, hey, man, thanks. You the food runner? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, I used to be you. And he goes, well, I want to do stand-up too. And I'm like, well, cool. This isn't the way to do it. I figured... I found out the hard way. And then the security guard comes over and he's like, hey, I'm a comedian. I saw you on the Joe List podcast, the Metal Jacket one. I go,
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So we're talking about him. And he also is like, I want to do comedy and I'm bad. And I'm like, cool. And I realize I have no advice for these people at all.
Right.
Because they're like, how long did it take you to feature? And I'm like, actually,
Today,
it took my whole career to get up to this point. And, I try to give advice. I'm like, yeah.
You're like, good. Thank God I didn't meet these people yesterday.
I know, yeah. Doing way better now.
Well, honestly, it happened overnight.
It's an overnight success. And then, okay, so one other story there is the owner of the Funny Bone there, Colleen, or the manager.
Who's wonderful.
Her son works for Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Who we've had here.
I know.
You didn't tell me that.
I must have, because that's all I've known about Liquid Death until it blew up this year.
Oh, really?
And that's how Joe was getting them.
I wondered.
To the place was the Omaha Connect.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Omaha. And I was like, oh, so I used to call it the Omaha water. The Omaha Funny Bone water.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Anytime I saw it, I was like, oh, Omaha Funny Bone.
Oh my
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, it's blowing up Super Bowl commercial.
Well, this was years ago. Last time I was there was pre-pandemic.
Oh, okay. So I show her our YouTube where we're drinking it, and she goes, "Oh, the mango." I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah, there's the box and that
Yeah.
whatever. This episode hadn't come out yet, but this is a newer box, so I showed her that one, and she's gonna mail us some, and then at the end of the run, all the shows were good. End of the run. Oh, okay. There's a couple other stories here. This first show on Saturday, there was these guys with beards, and I was, of course, making fun of them. They're right in the front. I go,
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Storm the Capitol face. Ooh, what's up? You guys single? You meet anyone on that Trump app? I don't know. I'm trashing them for the first 2 minutes because they're bearded freaks in the front. And then
What's on your face, by the way?
I know. Well, they're big Civil War beards.
Oh, okay.
They're like bushy beards.
Okay, all right. So they're huge beards.
Yeah. Good Seinfeld episode.
Which one?
It's called The Beard, where Elaine is a gay guy's date.
Oh, yes.
Actually, it's pretty... I don't think that aged well.
Well, we talked about this the other night.
Oh, yeah.
None of it does.
None of it does, right? We named some things.
Yeah, but it's still hilarious.
Joe said there was... Somebody got sexually assaulted by their dentist, and that's just in there.
Yeah.
And Elaine says, at least you were single.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my goodness.
Yep.
So I'm making fun of them, and then they come up to me after the show, and I get nervous because they're kind of big.
Yeah.
And they go, the guy in the middle goes, I got to tell you, I come here, I bring a new friend every show. I always ask to get in the front because the comedian always makes fun of my table. I know right where to sit.
Wow.
And he's like, I brought these two guys, and I'm so glad you made fun of them the whole time.
Wow. That worked out.
It worked out. I couldn't believe it. I thought
Can you sign my gun?
Yeah, I thought they're gonna beat me up.
My goodness.
Well, I'm sure his friends wanted to. I don't know, but he was happy.
Yeah. Wow.
So then at the end of the night, we get the photos with the Liquid Death. The host of the show is like, we should get a photo with the Liquid Death because it's all in the green room. Well, maybe we'll get a sponsorship or something. It was a joke. And we're like,
sponsor a person?
I don't know. I don't know what he was saying.
I think he's thinking of AA.
I think he's thinking of NASCAR.
He's got patches on his jacket.
It's got tied on the front. Hey, where are you guys from? If you need deodorant, your shirt's a little dirty, buddy. Maybe you need some of this. You point to your chest.
The tides, they are a-changing. He's got to do jokes that include the product in them.
Yeah, I know. Like the comedian selling merch.
What's the deal with Lowe's? More like Home Depot, right?
Every time I'm in a Home Depot, the customer service sucks and the prices are high. That's why I like this place.
Lowe's, more like high.
High quality.
High quality. What are you, bored? 2x4? I saw that coming.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
You guys didn't laugh? Wow, the crowd's really wooden. They sell that at this store.
Oh man.
So we get these photos, and then we're like, whatever, I don't know, cool photo to have. We're drinking Liquid Death. So then Sunday we get to the airport again. It's super early. I'm super tired, and I'm sitting next to Emma on the airport, and she just gets a text, and the contact is Colleen Funny Bone, and the message says, "What's Andrew's number? I want to contact him about about that Liquid Death sponsorship." And I go, "Oh my God, she's gonna sponsor the podcast!"
Oh my God!
I freak. I'm like rolling on the floor. I literally like threw my hands up, and I'm like rolling on the floor. I'm like, oh my God.
Shouldn't be doing any of that at an airport.
I know. They're like,
no fly list.
Is he on fire? I'm like, oh my God. All the Liquid Death we can drink.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll pay us. And
yeah.
Promo code. And I go, oh my God. And then I get a text, and it's the photos we took in the green room with the Liquid Death. And it's from the host of the show. She put she confused the contact. She got their numbers at the same time and saved the Funny Bone contact as the host and the host contact as the Funny Bone. There's no sponsorship. It was a joke. He was joking. I never felt such a elation and depression within 1 minute. And now I hate this guy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I already don't like him. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Oh my God! So close. It's
so annoying.
So
well,
close.
Not close at all.
Not close at all, but close in my mind in the fantasy world.
For me, we were as close as we were before we hit record.
It really ruined my whole flight home. The whole flight home, I'm just stewing for no reason at all. It's because my dream was ruined. Oh man.
Man.
But imagine how cool that would be.
I mean, it'd be great.
Oh crap. Maybe we can email him.
We could email him. Not him. He's got nothing to do with it.
Oh, not him. Yeah, he's completely useless.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody else.
I mean, he could get us a sponsorship to anything. He's just saying that it's
He's just making things up. Yeah. What's Andrew's number? We're going to have sponsorship for...
Good news. Coke's interested.
Yeah.
In my head.
All this hypothetical money in my brain that we could maybe not use. Are you interested? Should be committed.
Sounds great.
Should be committed to a mental asylum. That's literally what it felt like. Some crazy guy coming up to you.
Also, Emma's putting down
Wrong people's numbers.
putting the host down as the owner of the club. What did she get, like a pizza delivery guy? Oh, it's Mr. Domino's.
Oh,
That's
my
cool.
God.
What is this, like an undercover boss situation?
I don't. She's like, good news. I talked to the CEO of McDonald's. I'm like, what did he say? Well, he said it would be $350. Then asked if
A
I
month?
asked if I wanted any sauce. Oh, sauce on the sponsorship?
Wow. All the sauce we can handle. Oh, well, you got to pay for it and you got to go there. Oh,
Yeah, but hypothetically, it would be fun.
wow.
Oh, so funny. So it's good to be back here. I guess, yeah. Felt sleepy. Been sleepy all week. I've literally this last night I got like 4 hours.
I gotta say, I was hanging out with you the other night, and we're on the train, and you're like, "Oh man, this is brutal. I'm gone every weekend. I gotta go to the airport. I gotta go back. It's hard to date. It's hard to live my life. I don't know. This is the worst my life has ever been." And I'm like, "You just described my entire life.
Your entire life for the past 6 years.
I've been doing this for years." You're like, I'm gonna die. Like, no one could live like this. Literally just saying that I can't. No one could do.
How do you do it?
Yeah. I'm just sitting there listening to you describe my life and say it's awful.
You get a cat with Bowie.
Yeah,
and
you're
Bowie and the girlfriend.
Ground floor apartment. How
Some creepo looking in the windows, watching you snuggle. Creepo.
I was like, oh yeah, it sounds hard.
Oh man. Well, I wanted to say, what else happened? We had a fun hang the other night. I guess you alternate friends. You schedule your friends. I'm booked for Tuesday. You see your other friends Wednesday.
Well, you don't like a lot of my friends. Makes it hard. You're like, which freak you hanging out with this time? Sad freak, poor freak.
Garbage.
You literally roast all my friends. So there's a reason why I see you by yourself.
I know. I have a special event.
You.
I don't say that, by the way. I don't.
Okay.
I don't say it. I don't call them freaks.
Roll the tape.
I don't call them freaks.
Freak is your catchphrase.
I know. I like using it. It's a funny word.
Yeah.
It could mean a lot of things too. It could mean, just a slightly odd person, or
Right.
literally a person that eats chickens and gets paid. I think that's the definition. Like in the circus, there used to be a guy that eat chickens live. Wouldn't that be called the freaks?
Oh, I guess freak was anyone that did a talent that no one else would do.
Yes. Right. A different. Yeah.
Like the bearded lady was a freak.
Yeah, I guess that's not a talent though. Just,
But they would just call them all freaks.
Yeah. That's not nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine someone doing that to a lot of people.
Well, that was serious back then.
But yeah, hung out with you. We went to Canary Club, hung out at Baby Shower, and good hang.
Yeah. I think Tobin may listen. He's the owner of that place, so.
Yeah, he runs the show. Owner of that place. You're like that guy with the sponsorship. You're like Emma.
I'm just upgrading everybody.
You put him in your phone as the owner of the building. But yeah, hung out. Really fun hang. A lot of people I haven't seen in a little bit, and some people I'm getting to know more. So it was a good sit and hang. We sit in the booth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're getting ready here.
Man, I almost forgot.
Oh, I will never.
Yeah, so it's a horseshoe booth.
Yes.
Somebody's already sitting there with all their stuff.
Yes.
I go in the middle.
So before we continue, listeners, this is a fun ethics debate we're gonna have.
Oh yeah.
And we want to hear your feedback. We want the ethical, where you stand on the ethics.
I know. I wish we got it on tape. 'Cause I think the retellings will be a little distorted.
Sure. The tape wouldn't look so good for one person. But so, do you want to go first or should I?
All right. Well, I could set up the world. So, we're in this dark place. So this comic's already sitting there with their stuff. I scooch in. You sit down on the end. So I'm in the middle. And I see over there's 2 large water pitchers with cups. And I go, hey, Steve, why don't you go over there and get that water? Like a funny suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not doing it. And I don't know if you were nervous about getting the water or something. So I go, why don't you get it? And then you don't. And I'm like, I'll get it. Just let me out. And then you got it. That's my story.
That's your story. All right.
It's a good, the prosecution goes first.
That's you should be the defense.
That's true.
Because
you get the last word.
So we're not. Neither of us are on the show.
Yeah.
And that water, I would say, is for the people that are on the show.
I would say that too, but what is water?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no one there except for us.
There is a comedian that's on the show there,
right?
And there's water over there in the corner, and you say, "Hey, you should go get that water."
You're saying it in a serious tone. I was like, it's a playful tone.
Yes. All you did, playful for you is just softer volume with a hand motion. And I'm like, oh yeah. But I'm like, it's not our. In my head, I'm like, that's not our water. So I'm not gonna go grab that water.
Okay, I didn't know that thought process.
And then you go, go get that water.
In your retelling, it seems like I'm like Ulysses S. Grant commanding the Chickamauga.
Well, you didn't say it with a mean tone or anything, but it never was. Hey, can you please go get?
That's
me
right.
Some water?
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, and then you go, "What's the magic word?"
No, I said there's a word that's missing here. That's what, and then you stood up and I'm like, all right, I'll go get it, and then I got the water.
Well, I said please though.
Well, you did. After I wasn't, you did after I said that.
Yeah, after you said that, yeah. Well, I wasn't. I thought this is what happened in my head. I thought, hey, Steve, why don't you go get that water? Because you're on the edge of the booth, and I thought you'd say that's a great idea.
Right.
But then you hesitated, and I'm like, does he not know that the water is free? So then I said it again. You still didn't move, and then you said the thing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, am I being rude? I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
No, but it's not our water.
Yeah, but we're technically when a comedian hangs out on the when the comedian hangs out on the show, any comedian's possibly on the show. That's my thinking, and also it's free, and also I've done that show a million times and for free. So I don't know. Give me the water. That's that's owed to me. Water's owed to me. It's also water. It's not like a bottle of water. It's
all right. I'm wrong.
Literally, people they go in the toilet and fill it up. For all I know, it's all pipes. People, no, you're not wrong. I think it's a debate. We're leaving it up to them.
Yeah, I think my case is it's not our water, and we shouldn't be drinking it before the comedians.
Okay. Well, then, when I poured just a little bit for us.
That was funny.
I rationed it out. Because I was thinking the same thing.
And it was gone before all the comedians showed up.
Right. But there were some other comedians there that weren't on the show either drinking it.
Yeah. So, chaos.
We got first
chaos.
dibs. We got first dibs. Also, like when I'm sitting, you and me were talking on the train a long time about, I'm complaining about your life, and and sometimes your mouth gets dry, and I get self-conscious if my breath smells. And I'm sitting next to this comic, like I have to turn and talk to her, so I'm like, I need some cleansing thing. That was my urgency. Is like, my breath probably smells. I got stale saliva on my tongue. I need to wash this out.
Fair enough.
That was my reasoning. It's wrong, but
No, it's good. It makes sense. Now I understand.
Yeah, I wasn't like dying of thirst, but I had to like talk to that person who I didn't know that well. So I'm like, my breath probably smells. And when I talk to somebody and I think my breath smells, it's pretty awkward because I'm literally like talking out of the side of my mouth. I'm like looking over here, talking.
Why don't you carry stuff? This seems to be anxiety that comes up a lot.
Yeah. So what happens is I buy a pack of gum and literally I chew the whole thing like in an hour. I chew one, it loses flavor, I put another one in, and by the time I get to where I need to go, it's all gone. And I think my breath smells worse because I've been, using all this energy.
Right.
I got like workout mouth now.
You inhale everything that is put in front of you.
Yeah, I know. I got
the water pitchers were gone.
The water was gone. It was pretty good.
Yeah, your gum's gone.
My gum is gone. Yeah.
The McDonald's from the bonus.
McDonald's was gone and very fast, and it gave me my stomach ache all day. Like that's why I couldn't sleep last night. My stomach was like salty and meaty,
supersized.
It was supersized. Yeah, I felt like Ronald was like Ronald was doing jumping jacks in my belly.
Fair enough. So yeah, all right. So we got to find a way that you have a breath freshener that you don't extinguish immediately.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah.
What if you got a thing of gum that you left here before you hit the road? You grab one piece.
Well, then I chew it when I'm walking out.
But you can tell yourself not to.
I know, but then I'm like, I got this gum. I'll be thinking about it the whole time.
All right, then you take two. You get the decoy gum.
Yeah, maybe I need to.
And then you got the spare.
I should. Yeah, you're right, because I shouldn't have the whole pack with me.
No.
Because if I had the whole pack, I'm like, I got an infinite supply of gum here.
Right. Take two.
Maybe I need to, put them in different pockets.
Yeah, or you take one to save the money. You take one, you rip it in half, and you put half in your mouth when you hit the road.
Yeah.
And then you got half a gum in there for when you see people.
Sometimes if I tear it in half, it's like not enough substance, and it just I kind of like accidentally eat it. I kind of accidentally swallow it.
All right.
I've tried this plan before, but sometimes I accidentally like chew that gum and swallow it, and then I got anxiety about that now.
Right. Yeah, he still hasn't passed. Isn't it like 7 years or something?
I know that's a mirror.
Oh yeah, that's a mirror. You can break.
Maybe it's probably. I think 7 years applies to everything. So it probably applies to gum, mirror,
the ladder, the cat.
The ladder. Yeah, the cat. What's the other one that freaks me out?
A bad luck one?
Yeah, there's the cat, ladder, mirror, breaking a mirror.
The mirror bothered me when I broke one. I was like, ugh.
I remember as a kid, they were doing construction on my school, and there was like a ladder right there, and I literally like walked like a mile out of the way to get to the school to not walk under that ladder because it was like right by a fence or something. like walk around the whole school to like get in without being cursed.
All right, 18 superstitions. These are things that cure it. Knocking on wood.
Oh, that's a good one.
Throwing salt over shoulder.
Yeah, which I like in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
They throw the whole shaker.
Oh, walking under a ladder is a bad luck.
Does it say how many years?
No. But it... Yeah, okay. Mirror. 7 years. Step on a crack.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it that?
Yes. We solved it, everybody.
Yeah, Friday the 13th. That's another bad luck
Oh,
one.
yeah. I think that's coming up.
Nope. Today's Thursday the 17th.
Yeah, one of those months. All right, let me. So, anything else? What'd you guys do yesterday?
What was yesterday?
Yesterday you were at the park. You just tweet about sunburn.
Yeah, yesterday I went to the park, which was really fun, and met up with some friends in the park. Freak 1 and Freak 2. And walked around the park. Took my one of my friends suit shopping.
Oh, for what? They're doing a late night? They have to. They have to be.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, that's true. You.
They could be doing something. Somebody could be doing something, and it doesn't have to do with a late night.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he doesn't look like he has a resume, so I don't know if he's not really going to a job interview.
You hear yourself.
I'm just kidding. Doubling down.
This is why I don't put you guys in the same room.
I'm fine around them. we talk and joke around.
You got to do these to them, because then it's that's the razzing.
Well, I'm not comfortable around them yet. You know,
right?
Because you don't invite me around them. So I gotta build up that rapport.
Our anxieties are feeding each other.
I gotta build that rapport with them.
All right. So, okay. Well, I'll get you to hang out with them.
Is that why you didn't take me to Brooklyn on Tuesday? You didn't want me to mix and match?
I don't think you mix. Yeah.
You didn't want me to mix and match with them?
That's not true. I want you to mix and match, but I feel like you don't mix and match.
Oh, my God. Well, give me a chance.
I'll give you a chance, but, I mean, look at what you're throwing at me here. I'm like, I'm not going to bring him around.
I have common sense. I'm not going to say that. I don't even know which one you're talking about. You had a bunch of generals.
Well, that's fair. The generals in my army.
Generalization.
Yeah, so walked around, went suit shopping. Suit shopping's really fun, and I want to get a new suit.
Oh,
but I want to do a new color. I don't want to do blue or black. I want to do maybe gray, but
yeah, that's the only option. Gray,
but you could do other colors.
Well, there's brown, but I don't know if that's cool.
I'm thinking of doing green.
Oh man,
what's wrong with green? I was going to put a big question mark on the back.
I mean, if you're going as Kwanzaa Claus, I mean. It's good.
All right, maybe I'll do a... But Ian Lara wore... This is... The only suits I've seen on my friends are when they do late night or at a wedding. But Ian Lara had the best suit on his Tonight Show.
What
it was like reddish.
Was it green?
No.
Oh. Well, he's a different skin tone.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I just don't want to... I want a new suit because I'm going to 19 weddings this year, and I don't want to wear the same suit to all of them.
I mean, if it's like a subtle green or it has green in it, maybe you could get like a window pane with the green stripes or something. Like
checkers.
Yeah, like maybe if there's like some green in there, that's fine. But if you're just going to wear like a green, like top to bottom...
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I give you the red light for that. But I mean, write in everybody if you think Steve will look good in a green suit.
All the more fashionable listeners, let me know what suit color suit I should get.
If you're trying to be fashionable, I don't know. I'm just talking about classic.
I want to look good.
Yeah,
but I don't want to wear a blue suit.
You already have a blue. You already have a black.
I don't have a black.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I don't know.
I just want another suit because I go to so many. I'm officiating a wedding coming up. Wouldn't mind a different suit.
Okay.
So that's all.
I got 3. I got navy. What do you think about that?
Navy's great. Well, Navy's what I've got.
You got it? Okay. Yeah. But you don't have like a lighter
That's where
blue?
I got it, in the Navy.
It was issued to you?
Yeah.
You're a Union soldier?
I was actually in the Village People. And
so you got that. But do you have like a lighter blue? Because I've seen people that kind of looks
I
cool.
do like the lighter blue.
That can be cool.
That is cool. Everyone goes immediately dark blue.
Yeah, that's the classic
Yeah.
look. Yeah, that's formal is dark blue, but you can get like a light blue.
Mhm.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like green
Yeah. To you.
to me. I mean, you know, you won't look like a leprechaun.
That's fair. You're roasting me into good decisions here, and I appreciate it.
Well, let the people write it. I don't know.
No, I think you're. I haven't seen.
Photoshop you in a leprechaun hat. See if that works.
All right, now that I see that as a possibility, no green.
You gotta get if you go green, you gotta get the whole outfit. You gotta get the top hat with the clover,
Orange
and
beard.
orange beard. You gotta cut your legs off and
Corncob pipe.
corncob pipe. Gotta be, you know, carry a pot around with you.
Are you here to officiate or chase a rainbow, or get your Lucky Charms? I have a purple horseshoe.
Do you, bride, take this groom, and does this groom have 3 wishes?
Top of the morning to you.
I don't want to shoot down your dream.
No, I'm glad.
It's like a subtle green, like maybe dark green.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna do like
neon
green.
All right.
I wasn't gonna do traffic light green.
Lime
and the coconut green.
That'd be a good outfit. Lime green with a coconut shirt.
Well, what about this green?
Yeah, just, you know.
All right. No,
as a suit, I mean, it looks good right now.
Right.
Casual suit, I don't know.
That's fair. My thinking was, you've never seen a green suit, and now I'm starting to see why.
With yeah, I've never. Well, like, you know, like who's the host of Family Feud?
Steve Harvey.
You'll wear green.
He can pull it off. I
can
can't.
pull it off.
I'm trying to operate at a Steve Harvey level, and I can't. Can't even grow the mustache.
Even that, I don't know if they wear purple. He wears purple a lot.
Yeah, he wears purple, and the Joker.
Joker. Purple suit could work, maybe. No, I don't know.
I can't pull off a purple suit. Not even. I wanted to wear a different color, but I'm starting to see it.
Go for the light blue. Sometimes I see light blue, and I'm like, man, that's cool. Like, you know, not light blue, but maybe like a light, like just regular blue as a suit.
Yeah,
with the white.
Well, I went to the wedding in Cancun, and I didn't have to wear a suit. They made you wear beach garb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
seaweed,
like floral
seaweed on me.
Seaweed. You just had to wear like 2 clamshells on your boobs.
One over my indent.
No, that was an urchin in there.
There was a
sea slug.
There was a pearl.
There's a pearl in there.
Oh man, I got to talk about the Cancun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I go to Cancun and went to customs, and unbelievable line. It's a nightmare. There was a woman that cut. Did I tell you about this?
No.
Oh man, all right. Huge.
Strap in.
So we have a friend, like I have people that with anxiety. I noticed they're also rule followers.
Yeah, I love rules.
I love rules.
They set your expectations.
Yes, and it's like if I follow within, no pun intended, these lines, I'm should be safe.
Yeah.
Customs was ridiculous. There was no clear start to the line.
You talking about to Mexico or coming back?
Coming into Mexico.
Okay.
We're in Cancun, and the
gotcha. So the customs.
So it's like flooded with people, and we're trying to get in within the ropes. This woman, she's decided she's waited long enough, lifts the rope and cuts. I'm not exaggerating. At least 50 to 60 people.
How is she doing it? What's her plan? Does she
just
walk through like she owns the place?
Yes, very much so. She has a woman with her, like that. I think is her mother or older relative.
Okay.
Who is acting as if you and I were that person.
She goes.
She's like, oh. She's rubbing her arms and pulling her hair. She's like she's got ants on her, and the woman so immediately this big Asian family, the father looks at her and goes, "What are you doing?"
Oh.
And I'm like, all my hairs stand up.
Yeah.
And
Conflict.
Yep. And Caitlin's standing next to me, and it's that fun moment with your partner where you look at each other like, let's stop talking for a little bit so we can listen.
Yeah, this is better than ESPN.
Yeah, and we're looking ahead, but I see Caitlin's ears, like even their ear that's not facing them is curled around to face them.
The Spidey conflict sense.
Yeah. So this guy goes, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I've waited long enough in this part."
Jesus Christ.
And I'm coming in.
Not even like, I got somewhere to be.
Nope.
Got a
No
plane
story. No story.
Just, I'm done.
I'm done.
Oh, my God.
No.
Person should be in prison.
Yeah, and she didn't even do it in like a funny tone. And
hey, I got somewhere to be. Oh, wait, what'd she say? I'm done waiting?
Yeah.
I'm kind of done
Done,
waiting.
done waiting, you know.
Done
If I
waiting.
go in there. And he's like, "This is the comics line. We're not on the show." But no, so she goes in and he's like, he turns to 11 quick. He's like, "What are you doing? You're cutting so many people. Get back out there. It doesn't matter how long you've been waiting in that other part. You got to get in the line. It's part of the waiting." And it's all like, "Yeah, I'm with you."
Uh-huh.
And then the people behind him,
We live in a society, people.
And the people behind him are going, "What are you doing? Stop!" And it's like all men that are yelling at her.
Okay, so they're all teamed up against her.
They're all teamed up against her, and her move, which really bothers me because it worked.
Oh.
Was she just stood there and took it as they moved around her until she got to someone that wasn't yelling at her, and then she stepped in.
Oh, my God. Diabolical.
So
it's
she was like-
diabolical.
She's like, "Oh, yeah, well, no, you're not listening to me. You're not hearing what I'm saying." The line's moving up. The guy's still yelling at her from over there, and she's like, "Oh, whatever," and then stepped in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then she just got out an hour earlier before me and Caitlin. And but then I really wanted to do this, but I don't want to start more conflict. But Caitlin and I get in the line. We get to the part where all the fighting went down.
Uh-huh.
And she was right there on the other side of the line because it was snaking. And I went to Caitlin. I'm like, "Hey, you should take my picture where it happened." And I went like this because she would be behind me in the picture, but I didn't want to start a thing.
Well, what would the point of that be? Just to have a
To make
record?
Caitlin laugh.
Oh, okay.
And to show you.
Oh.
You were the only person I was thinking of. I was like, I could show Andrew this.
Oh, I thought you were thinking, like, this will get her.
Oh, no. I already
She's
wrote her out in my
she's
book.
in the back
Yeah.
of this photo.
In my mind, she was eaten by sharks, and all's right in the world. But
She probably goes any place ever. I'm done here. Give me what I want.
yeah, she goes over to another person's table and starts eating their food.
I waited long enough.
waited long enough because I was hungry when I drove here.
Me.
That's where it started.
Her name's Mimi. Me.
Me monster.
That's super messed up.
Oh yeah, and no justice.
I know. There's never
No
any.
one stopped it.
There's no line people.
There's no line police.
No.
Yeah, so it was anarchy. But
I hope she had a bunch of oranges that they took away from her.
how do you like those apples? Those are oranges.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. Remember, we were sitting down at the table, and this one comic came. He's like eating a banana.
Yeah.
And you go, "Oh, coming from somewhere?" And I go, "Yeah, looks like it came from the banana store."
Yeah.
Is
then-
that worth repeating at all?
No, I'd say no. That joke was one of those clips that. All right, we should get into topics here.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that was funny though. All right, We got some really good topics today. If you are new to the podcast, thanks for joining us. And write in every week with what's been making you anxious. We'll always read them on the podcast. So our first one is from Chris Allen.
Oh, big Chris Al. We
love Chris Allen.
Tried to have him on the pod many times.
Yes, we will eventually have him. Parallel parking with traffic behind me.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That's hard. It's a lose-lose. Sometimes, because you find that spot, you're like, finally.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, the guy's pretty close behind me.
Yeah, when people can't wait, that drives me nuts. Because I have spatial anxiety with a car. I always think my car is a football field's length wide when I'm going through anything tight. I'm like, and Caitlin's like, you have a whole car length between you and the other thing. But I'm always worried I'm going to hit something. So when people are trying to squeeze by as in parallel parking, it sets me off.
Yep.
But if I find a spot, it's mine. I'm no longer going around because people are behind me. I used to do that. I used to just give up the spot because someone's behind me.
I hate that.
I will never do it ever again.
Oh, man. This happened to me the other day where I saw a spot open. I'm like, hey, look at that. Like 20 cars down, I see reverse lights.
Oh, this
guy's coming at me.
He's flying at you.
He's flying at me. I'm like, you're too late. Go around, freak. Get out of here.
It's like George and the other bald guy.
What do you mean?
When they find the spot and the guy backs in and George is pulling in.
Yeah. Well, I thought George is backing in. The guy's pulling in. He's like, what are you pulling in? What are you doing, robbing a bank? Or maybe that's what the other guy says to George.
Yeah, because I remember George is on the left.
Okay, so he's pulling in?
Yeah.
And the other guy's backing in?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But I just let him take it. I didn't want
You let him take it?
Because I'm like, he's going to yell at me. I don't know.
Right.
That's my main.
But 20 cars down.
I know. So far down.
Was he at the cross street?
No.
That far?
No, it was like one of those long blocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, it depends. If there's a lot of traffic behind me.
Spot blocked you.
Spot blocked. It depends. Like if there's a lot of cars behind me, it's like a mathematical equation. A lot of cars behind me. Am I late?
Yeah.
If I'm running late, a lot of cars behind me, I'll just do it. I'll be like hitting people. I need that spot. I need to get there. If I'm a little early, I'll be like, oh, whatever.
Life's too short.
If
I see the spot, I'm taking it.
You're assertive.
That's the only time I have that line lady's confidence. I've waited long enough. I've been through this much traffic. I'm home. Like if I can see my apartment from the spot, it's mine.
It's funny in New York. It's like literally nice guys go last or whatever. What's that phrase? Nice guys
finish last.
Finish last, because sometimes I'll be driving one way and I'll see a parking spot the other way that's open. And I'm like, oh, I'll just wait to make a legal turn and turn around. There's some guy literally like jerking around. U-turn, 10-point turn.
He hits an old lady pushing a baby.
Yeah, he pulls up on the sidewalk to get that spot. He's right behind me, and I'm like, no.
There's a cat on his bumper.
Yeah, I know.
He's just
no, that was mine. I followed the rules.
I will say, as much as I really mean the rule thing I said earlier, when it comes to a spot, I've decided to shave parking off that. There's some things that have to die in order for you to live.
Like food. Like, you need food.
Yeah.
So you have to kill things and kill plants if you're vegan.
Yeah, so spots are chickens.
Your car's a deep fryer.
Consider my car Kentucky. I'm frying these spots left and right. Yeah.
Oh, so great.
So that was a good one, Chris. Thank you. Oh, this one really is perfect timing because we're actually recording this on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to get that leprechaun suit.
Worst night to do comedy, in my experience.
Yeah, I got a spot tonight that I'm dreading.
Oh, my God. Literally, like, every time.
There's no way, like, the jokes you're going to tell are what drunk people want to hear.
Nope. and it's rowdy as hell, and
Yeah.
especially like the bar shows.
I wish there was a. This topic makes me think of this idea. I wish there was a sober St. Patrick's Day show.
That would be great. Well, that's like this No Santa Con show. Like there's some shows that are like no Santa's allowed during Santa Con.
Oh,
Santa
that's
Con
fun.
is when everyone gets blackout drunk at 6 a.m, dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
Or the Kwanzaa guy.
Well, Patch wrote, I'm anxious that I'm always the most sober person I know today.
Okay. At
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, because I saw that too. So is he completely sober or like?
I believe he's completely sober. He wrote epilepsy awareness.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I don't know. Sometimes I do a move where if I don't feel like drinking, I'll just get a Diet Coke and be like, yeah, that's like rum and Coke.
Yeah, you can get a ginger ale and it
Ginger
looks
ale, yeah.
like a cocktail.
Yeah, that's true. That's fun.
Yeah, my mom always told me she would get a tonic with lime, and it looks like a vodka soda.
Yeah, that's a good drink.
Yeah.
Our soda with
Yeah,
lime.
yeah.
Seltzer with lime.
Pour some mango in there.
Sponsor us.
That was a good one, Patch. Well, do you have any advice?
Well, I have that anxiety too. When everyone's doing one thing, you're doing the other thing. You're like, oh man. Like when I'm not sober now, but even when I wasn't a big drinker, I would just be peer pressured to have one. Well, whatever. I don't want to be that one guy not drinking.
I will also put the shot if I'm done and someone like I had this the other night. I don't do this a lot, but if someone's like shot crazy, it happened at the wedding. Someone just kept bringing shots. And this was a new move for me, mainly because it was wedding, and it was free alcohol. I'll pour it in my my empty drink.
Oh, okay. It looks like something else.
Or I'm gonna give it to somebody else. The shot when someone's like when it's a free all-inclusive resort and they're throwing alcohol at me, I'm gonna disperse it.
Well, yeah, you already been drinking all day, so
Yeah.
like those extra shots could really push you into the ocean.
Lloyd Burr driving in a tunnel makes me anxious.
Oh, Lloyd, okay. Yeah, when I was a kid, that would really worried me. You're driving because there was a movie that came out. There was like a couple movies that came out where Independence Day, where the Will Smith's girlfriend in it.
Yeah.
Trapped in the tunnel and it explodes. So I'm always thinking about that in the tunnel. I'm like, oh my God, if aliens attack, at least I'll be safe here, I guess. Then there's another movie with who's the guy in Rocky? Sylvester Stallone, where he's in the Midtown Tunnel or the Lincoln Tunnel, and that explodes, and he's like trapped.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I thought it was a good movie, but scared me for tunnels.
The thing I always have in the tunnel is when it's underwater, and I'm like,
what other one is? Oh, the mountain one.
No, all the tunnels that lead into where we live.
I know, but you're. Is there another tunnel though?
There's two. There's one that goes from Queens to Manhattan, and then the one that goes the Lincoln Tunnel. Okay,
never mind. There are tunnels that go because you said what scares me are the underwater tunnels, and in my head I'm like, isn't that every tunnel? But I guess there's some that go under a mountain.
Most tunnels, are mountain tunnels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At least the driving I do.
Yeah, there's one, and then when I was a kid, like Baltimore just had all tunnels for some reason. So,
Mole people.
Yeah,
I get worried that it's gonna crack open and the water is gonna come flying in.
Sometimes you're driving and you see a little bit of moisture in there.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
Like,
then I realized I peed myself
because you're scared about getting drowned.
Yeah, I'm filling my car. And then Metal Freak, another period of wait and rejection after pouring the heart out. Oh man,
was that a previous topic too?
I don't remember, but it may have come up before. But
Oh.
I know I remember those days of putting yourself out there, and then the person's like, "Great, not interested."
Yeah, I actually saw a thing the other day where it's like, if you ask them if they're free on the weekend and they say no with no other date, then that's a nice no.
That's a good point. You gotta acknowledge the nice no's.
Right. I like a nice no, but way better than being strung along with somebody who doesn't really like you.
Yeah,
It's
looking back,
waste of time.
nice no's are great.
Nothing's more desperate than going, "You free this weekend?" "No, I'm not. I'm busy." "What about next weekend?" "No, I'm busy then."
Mondays?
Yeah.
Any Mondays?
Get a hint, freak.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, see you later. I think it took me like 10 years to figure out that hint.
I didn't realize you were turning down one of my friends in that act out.
No, I was the
I'm joking.
I was the freak.
I'm joking. Well, yeah, I guess it always stinks to put yourself out there and get the rejection, but I always think I'd rather do that than wonder what if.
Yeah, it's always good to make the move. So congratulations, Hattie. Like
Yeah.
one of the hardest things is making any kind of move. So at least you did that. But by the way, their username is Hattie McHatterson, but their Twitter name is whatever you said.
Metal Freak.
Metal Freak, yeah. Ooh, okay. We got a good one too from Instagram. Jasmine Abroad.
Okay.
Putting away the clothes I let pile up on the chair in the corner of the bedroom.
Yeah. I have a pile of clothes that needs to be slain, and I'm not touching it. Every time I see it, I'm like, it's like the one spot in my life that's chaos right now.
Yeah, but once you put it away, you're like,
Yeah, and
it's
then
kind of better. But immediately
then you get more laundry.
I know, immediately it fills up again. Yeah, the chair is tough. The chair I keep for like, I could wear this again.
That's exactly what my pile is.
Yeah, but then like another shirt goes on, and then it wrinkles that first one.
Yep.
So by the time you're like, I could wear that shirt from Tuesday, it's all wrinkled.
I'm putting in a clean shirt in the laundry because it's wrinkled beyond repair.
Yeah, I do that.
I'm like, it
sometimes.
looks dirty, but it actually hasn't been worn since the last time I washed it.
And when I used to live with a woman, our chairs would mix up, and so we only had one chair in the bedroom, so it'd be like double chair.
Your chair was cross-dressing.
It's cross contamination.
Cross-pollination. Yeah, I'd say, you know what helps me if you have on speaker an interesting podcast, or not so much music. I gotta have a podcast that I'm following that's like a talk podcast.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the close at the same time.
Yeah, listen to us, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, like, if I'm waiting for something, like, I turn on the coffee maker. It takes, 15 minutes to come out. I'm, like, literally doing nothing. I'm like, oh, might as well put away some clothes.
Yeah.
Wipe up.
That's when I do the dishes, is when the coffee's being made.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to make more coffee. But so many dishes.
A lot of pots.
Coffee pot. And then we got one more from Steve Katz. Checking your bank account after after a weekend hosting friends. Checking your bank account after a weekend hosting friends.
Oh, yeah. That one I could relate to, especially when I was, like, dead broke when I first moved here. Literally, we'd go out. Every friend wants, I'll buy the first round, you buy the second round.
Right,
Like, all
right.
right, I'll buy it, and then I open a tab, and
They're not ordering the food for delivery. You're getting it because you know the places around here.
oh, you're talking about hosting friends?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just talking about generally going out. I'm like, oh God, at the end of the weekend after going out and buying rounds of beers and shots, I'm like, oh, it looks like I'll be skipping lunch for a couple days. Really, priorities.
Yeah.
Really, priorities are all out when you're poor. You're like, Well, I could do one more shot, or I could eat a cheeseburger on Monday.
I know. My laptop's a piece of crap, but I want to keep eating. So I'm like, well, I guess none of my emails will have the letter T.
Because it's broken?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting a new laptop, too.
Yeah, we should go laptop shopping together. Lap shops.
Lap shops.
Lap shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I've been researching them.
Yeah.
They're like $1,300. There was one for $400. I was like, this is pretty good. All the reviews say, well, you pay this. If you're this cheap, you got to beware. It's a reason it's $400. It falls apart in a year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All the glue they use sucks or something. I'm like, fuck, crap.
Yeah, of course. You got to
No.
get the expensive laptop.
I know. You got to splurge.
Yeah.
Crap. Poop. Poop, everybody.
Oh, man. Well, that's all our topics.
Yeah, well, we're at an hour, everybody.
Yeah.
So
Thank everybody for listening. I hope you did your close while you were listening to us. If not, we have many mother episodes.
Yeah.
to fold laundry to.
yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do because you're going on the road. We might have to do remote or something.
We're gonna have to.
Okay.
But I'll have all my gear, and we're here, and I have gear.
You're going with Regan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, that'll be fun stories.
It'll be fun stories. It'll be a good time. I'm going to be in Atlanta. So I'm in Atlanta this coming weekend with Brian Regan. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're in Indiana for one night.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What town in Indiana? Do you remember?
I'll pull
Oh,
it
you
up.
don't have to.
No, well, say where you're going to be while I look it up because I know where you're going to be.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll be at Albany Funny Bone next week. So like I said, we already got one listener coming, and never mind. That's a different thing.
Evansville, Indiana.
Oh, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Evansville.
Yeah, so if any Evans are there, if there's any Evans listening, please come out.
I know what the mayor's name is.
Ville.
Phil.
Check us out. A lot of fun things happening. Check out the Patreon. $5 a month gets you 4 extra episodes. Check out our YouTube. It's really fun to see what boxes are behind us and all the other fun tricks we're doing.
World building.
That's right. And thank you everybody for listening.
Stay tuned for the outro if you're listening on the podcast platform.